All right, this is Roman Ivanov, and I am continuing this series of videos where I talk to other agents throughout the United States, and I will cover Canada. So if you decide to relocate into one of these states and cities, you'll have information about it. And today I'm excited to introduce you to Vera Brodsky from Seattle, Washington. She's a great agent. She will be talking about the pros and cons of living in Seattle. If you're tired of endless summer, if you're tired of 85 degrees year-round, you like a little bit of wet and snow, that could be a great option for you to relocate. Obviously joking. Let me invite Vera to the call, and we'll hear about all the benefits. All right, I'm inviting Vera. Vera, hope you can share.
Hi. You too.
Vera,
I'm
nice
good.
to
How are
see
you?
How are you doing? Good. All right, well, let's start, and let's start from a quick intro of yourself and your city. Tell us about what you have for this call. Let's
Yeah,
start from
well, my
you.
name
Tell
is
us
Vera
about yourself.
Brodsky, and I live in Seattle. Well, I'm actually about 20 minutes away from Seattle, which is suburbs of, it's called Bellevue, Redmond area. I live right across from Microsoft. I'm sure a lot of people have heard about that little small company that was started in Seattle. So that's my actually daily walk. I love walking on campus. There are trails. So anytime you come to the area, you have to come to the Microsoft campus. And I have lived in the United States since '91. We moved from Russia, Moscow. And so I grew up in Seattle. I went to high school in Seattle. I went to the University of Washington. So I would say I'm pretty much a Seattleite.
Oh, great, wonderful. So tell us, if I would be talking to one of my followers from Miami, why they should move to Seattle? What Seattle is famous for? What is it making Seattle so attractive?
First of all, I love Seattle. And when we tell you there's a lot of rain, it's just because we don't want people to move anymore. We're running out of space. Everyone wants to come to Seattle. So, what's fun about Seattle? Well, first of all, the nature. I mean, we love our nature. Within 2 hours, you get mountains, you get snow, you get ocean, you get lake, you get desert, you have a wine country. I mean, anything that you want, we have in Seattle. So when you come here, whatever your interest is, there is a place for you. We love coffee. Seattle has become a food place. We have a ton of amazing restaurants. I travel a lot. I travel to Europe a lot, and I can tell you that Seattle food actually might be better than European food. So if you're in Seattle, you have to come and try some of our restaurants and coffee. Of course, everyone knows Starbucks, but there's so many little mom and pop shops and franchises, and there's just so much that you can try. We are within 2 to 3 hours to Canada. So if you want to make a quick trip, especially now that the dollar is, 30% higher than the Canadian dollar, it's a fun trip to go shopping. We are about 3 hours away from Vancouver, BC. And then we also have a ferry that goes from Seattle to Victoria. So that's about, I think it's a couple of hours, a quick ferry. It's a beautiful, beautiful place with butcher gardens, and just a quick getaway for a night is amazing as well. We do have a direct flight to Hawaii, which I know a lot of you, well, from Miami, you probably don't want to go to Hawaii, but but if you live somewhere else, Hawaii is a wonderful place to visit. So we're just 6 hours away, which is also a huge plus. And we have a lot of great schools. The school district is fantastic. Lots of employment. As you know, we do have a lot of huge companies out here, so the employment is also very good.
Perfect. And let me ask you this. Since we're talking about schools, neighborhoods, Vera, can you tell me about 3 neighborhoods that you personally like?
Well, there's a few different. We can talk about Seattle neighborhoods, and we can talk about the east side. So Um, in Seattle, people who live in Seattle, a lot of them love to stay in Seattle, and people who live on the east side love the east side. But if you are visiting Seattle, I would say the places to visit is Fremont and Ballard. It's a very hip, fun, young neighborhood, lots of restaurants, lots of little boutique shops, trails, so definitely a must. Magnolia, it's a little bit further out, has gorgeous views, just amazing, beautiful views. So if you're traveling, that is a place to visit. And then another neighborhood that's very popular is Capitol Hill. So it's an LGBT friendly neighborhood. Also very hip, lots of restaurants, lots of bars, amazing place to just go and hang out in the evening or on the weekend.
Okay, this is great information. Makes me feel excited
Yeah, you
moving
have to
into
come
a
to
little
Seattle.
colder climate. But but give me one pros and one cons living in Seattle. There's always something good and bad.
Yeah,
So I want to hear
yeah,
one
so
good,
for
one
the
bad.
con, I would say the cost of living is really high in Seattle, so you have to keep that in mind. We do get rain. I personally, I grew up with rain. I love rain. We do get it in winter. We have snow sometimes, but I would prefer rain over cold weather. So that's just me. And then a plus is, the state of Washington doesn't have income tax, which is actually, tax-free income. So that's one of the big benefits of this area as well.
Got it. And since you mentioned high cost of living, that makes me curious. What would be average price? I know city may vary from neighborhood to neighborhood, but just the ballpark for buying a home, let's say, and renting if someone cannot afford to buy right away. Since
For sure. So if you're looking in Seattle, the average price in Seattle is just a little bit under $950. And then for a condo, for a 2-bedroom condo, you're looking at about $610,000, and that's just the city of Seattle. Now, if we go to Bellevue, the average price in Bellevue for a house is around $1.7 million. But keep in mind, we do have a very high-end neighborhoods in Bellevue, which include Medina, Clyde Hill. So the pricing down there, we're talking about multi-million-dollar homes. If we're looking for a 2-bedroom condo in Bellevue, it's about $670,000. Now, another neighborhood is Redmond. That's where the Microsoft is, the original campus. And so the average price of the house in Redmond is about $1.5 million. And the condo, for a 2-bedroom condo, you can get one for about $580,000. And another amazing neighborhood, again, if you come to Seattle, you have to visit a little town called Kirkland. In the summer, it just becomes a vacation spot. It's right on Lake Washington. There are beaches, volleyball. Everyone is just walking around, having a glass of wine, some coffee, restaurants. And so the average price in Kirkland is about $1.1 million. And for a condo, we're looking at about $560,000.
Got it. Yeah, well,
it is pricey,
it is pretty
but it's
pricey.
worth it.
We
love living here,
even
so
more.
You have to come and visit.
Yeah, you have to pay to play. I got it. Well, let's imagine that someone can afford these prices. What are 3 things that you absolutely need to know prior to moving to
First
Seattle?
of all, Seattleites don't like umbrellas. You think with the rain, we all have umbrellas everywhere. We don't have umbrellas. So if we see someone with umbrella, it might be a Seattleite, but a lot of times it's someone visiting town. And then another thing, we love to dress down. I mean, you see people dressing up maybe for theater, but in general, we love our comfy clothes. We love our sneakers. We love going for walks. Again, keep in mind, we are outdoorsy, so we do love our comfortable clothing. And then the third one, just views. I mean, anywhere you look, you have mountains, you have water. You're just going to be awed when you come. As soon as you land on SeaTac Airport, you'll see the mountains. As long as there's no clouds, you'll see Mount Rainier, you'll see lakes. It's just a beautiful, beautiful place to visit and live.
That's for sure.
Well, you have
to visit. I've never been in Seattle. Now I know a lot. I'm not big a fan of rain, to be honest. So that's kind of scares me.
Just come in the summer. The summers
are
beautiful. We have, from 80s, 90s. Beautiful. Summers are amazing.
All right, great. Well, for all who watches this video, if you decide to move to Seattle, a little bit north, if you're tired of endless summer and you want to see all 4 seasons, and if you enjoy the rain and high prices,
Oh, don't worry about high prices. We'll
Vera
figure
will
it
be a
out.
great agent who would assist you with. I'm just trying to make it
Well,
funny.
call
Obviously,
me if you
everyone
guys
understands
want to
it's a
move.
joke.
Yeah.
The point I'm trying to make here is Vera Brodsky, she's a great, great agent covering Seattle, Washington State. If you have any questions, concerns, you want to learn more about living in Seattle, if you're relocating to Seattle, or even just thinking about moving to Seattle, please contact Vera. I'll add her profile to the video today. And I want to say thank you, Vera, for joining me for this live video. It brought tremendous value. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thanks for inviting me. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.